Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to build a walkway. Just a little sci-fi thing that I thought of. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the default cube, and then I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything else just for the time being. I'm going to start with a plane. We'll rotate this by 90 and just scale this out. So, with our walkway, we're also going to go with another plane as well. So I'm just going to go Shift D, duplicate this. We will rotate this again 90, and I'm just going to scale this in. So, once we do this, what I'm going to do is just pull this up to the side right here, and just scale it outwards again. So what we want some little sections in the middle that we can work with. So I'm going to subdivide it and subdivide again and subdivide again so that we can make these little holes that are coming in the middle. So we'll take this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and we'll just kind of do it 2 by 2 all the way down. Let's see. So I'm going to need another extra bit just on the end there. So what I'm going to do is just take this, select all these, E for extrude, just bring it outwards. And then we're going to go with the faces again. I think someone's burning something in the area, like I thought that was my computer there. Right, okay, so we've got these two, these two, these two, these two, and these two. So we're going to go ahead and click delete faces. So now we've got these holes that are in the middle. We're going to go A, select everything, E for extrude, and then we can go E for extrude again, and we can just scale this inwards just ever so slightly on the bottom. And then we can go ahead and select this side. Just all of these bits at the bottom right here, just shift just to select them. Let's see what have we got. Right, sorry, just 1 second, just selecting everything. Okay, so on this section as well, we're going to go E for extrude, and then we'll scale this in ever just so slightly. So now we've got these little holes in the middle. What we're going to do is we're going to go and add, and we will add another plane. Bring this up just so that it's midway through the platform. Scale it up and then scale it across. We'll go back onto the edit mode. Let's go subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. So we've got this nice little grate system going on here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to, let's see, we'll go to object mode. We'll add modifier. Search, wireframe. We're just going to pull this down just a little bit, so maybe about 5 meters. Just across right there. Object mode. So now we've got this nice little grating going on. I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up. Press G, bring it up. So now we've got this nice little grating system going across. So the next thing that we want to do is I'm going to take this, we'll leave it just as it is, we won't smooth it out. We'll go add, and we'll add a cylinder. So just pull the cylinder outwards, scale it up, we go G, just line it up with the edge right here, and we will shade this smooth. So what we're going to do with this, I'm going to put this just right here. Press G and bring it across. So just make sure that it's nice and thin and it's roughly walking height, so to speak. So imagine that you had someone walking down here and you had this. We're going to go edit, take the top part right here again. If someone was walking down here, I want to see this is the right height. So I'm just going to put this down a little bit. E for extrude, bring it up. You want to press G and bring it forward just ever so slightly. E for extrude. G, bring it forward again ever so slightly. We'll rotate this as well at the ends. So now we've got this nice little pole. Right click and shade smooth. I'm going to go ahead and put this at the end right here. So what we can do with this, we can actually add a material to it. So I'm going to go with a nice grey material. So we'll go grey line. And then I'm going to go Shift D. And maybe we could go, let's see, we could go 1. Or you could go 5. So Shift D, 5. Shift D, go 5 again. Shift D, we'll go 5. Shift D, and 5. So you can see that it's just off the edge, just slightly here, but that's okay because we can elongate this just ever so slightly. So edit mode, and just select everything that's on this side. So maybe the platform just changes as it moves around. I'm also going to move this just outwards ever so slightly. So we're right there. So now we need some poles that go across. So we're going to go mesh, cylinder, G, bring it forward, R for rotate, and we'll go 90. Scale it outwards, and then scale it in, and then scale it outwards again, up to the point where this fits all the way across the bars on this side. So you can have these on the outside if you want to, on the inside, wherever you would like them. So, just going to shade this out just slightly. Right, so now we've got a bar coming across. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to cycles in a moment. So we've got this bar coming across right here. We could do drop down, we could go grey line. And Shift D again. And then Shift D again. Just go at the bottom right here. So we've got this nice little balcony, nice little kind of overlap. And then we'll go Shift D. And then we'll place one of these bars a little bit bigger. Just at the edge right here. Now at the edge right here, what you could do, scale this inwards just ever so slightly. We can change the colour on this one, so we can go with, let's minus that off, edit mode, minus that, let's go plus if it's not going to come off. We'll go with black, make this slightly metallic, and we'll assign this black to all of this. So now we've got a black railing. At the bottom here we can put some lighting on there, so I'm just going to go to add and we'll go cube. Scale this cube out, scale it down, press G, bring it up, press G again, bring it up just to the side right here. And what we can do, we can then stretch this out to the sides, and we can also make this an emission. Let's see, just going to move that to the side right there. Okay, so let's go to, let's take this wall, I'm just going to duplicate this, rotate this around 90, press G, bring it down. And then we'll select this just underneath, and then we'll go with emission. Maybe red. So when we render this, you'll notice that nothing's happening currently, which means that we are still on Eevee. We need to change the cycles. So now we have this nice little red coming in, just at the bottom. I'm just going to intensify this just slightly so you can see through the grates. So if we come over to the grates right here, we can actually see through these. This could be great for, say, if you wanted some bad guys. Maybe it's a bad guy's base. You know, this nice little red undertone. And we could even increase that red undertone, actually. If I take this and I just go ahead, Shift D, and I duplicate it just on this side. And then Shift D, duplicate it on this side as well, just in the middle. And we should, in theory, get some red hue on the wall right there. So it's nice underlit red. Maybe we can intensify that just a little bit. And you could also possibly put another balcony above here if you wanted to. But to be honest with you, I think with the ceiling, you could probably put some strip lighting. I think that would look a little bit more attractive. So, with this as well, what we can do, we can go to the shading tab. We can get some texture on here. So if we go new, let's add a Veroni. So we go color to base color. We scale this up just a little bit. And then we can go and add a color ramp. Just right here. We can intensify this a little bit. Say take down the roughness. Pull up the metallic. Pull up that roughness just a little bit as well. Okay, so if you want that flat, that's a pretty good kind of thing. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to randomize this a little bit and then just turn these up as well. Let's see. And then maybe we could add a bump just to that as well on the height. So we've got that nice little texture coming in. Just put a little bit diffuse roughness on there. And then these grey bits as well, we could add a little bit of metallic so that they reflect a little bit more light. This wall, make it black. So now we've got this nice little kind of balcony thing going up. We also need some lighting on the other side as well. So maybe we could do that strip lighting actually. Take this white right here, pull this up. So there's a ceiling, and then the strip lighting that we could add in here. We can do cylinder. Rotate this by 90. Scale this outwards. Oops. So right here, just scale this outwards. Scale in. And then G to bring this up. Add. And then we can go emission. Now we've got this little emission that's coming up from above. You could also take this and you could place it onto the platform itself. Scale it down. Press G to bring it in. And we will get it just in the corner. And what we can do from here is just turn it up just ever so slightly. This floor as well, we can make it a little bit more lighter so we can see the detail. Maybe have some more strip lights just within the scene as well. So let's see if we can just grab that real quick. Just place these across, just to give it a little bit of extra light just at the side. And maybe you could tone this down just a little bit, just to give it some moodiness as well. So let's see, layout. Whoa, that's a bit bright. So this would be your balcony that we've just made. And this could be used in anything really. It could be used in a small project, it could be used in like game design or anything like that. I know Blender doesn't have a game engine anymore. Maybe they'll bring that back at some point, I don't know. But yeah, that was the tutorial for today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and just put it sideways as well. Let me just check that real quick. So, select all of this. Select that light, select that light, and also the wall. I think that will all come together. Shift D. Rotate this by 90, rotate this by 180. I can kind of bring this together just at the side, and then all you need to do is just elongate this one just at that side as well. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and just remove one wall for a second. I just take this one. We go to edit mode and select all of this. E for extrude. Just bring it across. And then we're just going to go G and bring this down. So now we've kind of got this double wall thing going on. So you've got a little bit of background. So imagine you're stood there. Let's elongate that bit just ever so slightly. And then this should be the render that you've created. If you can see that. Yeah. So I mean, you could add more to that if you wanted to. I think I might neaten up just this kind of corner right here. And maybe put a corridor or something like that just going into the abyss, wherever it's going. But yeah, that's how you make a balcony in Blender. So let's just, oops, scale this one, scaly, scale this one, and this should look better. And then we'll take the floor right here and just scale that outwards as well. So, when all is said and done, this is how it should look. I don't know whether you want to stay for all the kind of flies to go in, stuff like that. I mean, like, you've got denoise as well. Up in the render section that looks like a camera. It will render in a load of detail, it's just it takes a little bit more time. It just doesn't put the fuzziness on there, it just kind of just blurs everything out, it denoises, essentially. So yeah, if you guys like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, would really help me right now. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.